As an S-Corporation owner, you can actually double dip into your health insurance tax deduction. That's right, you can double dip into your health insurance deduction. IRS allows it, and as a matter of fact, they encourage it. And in this video, I'm going to break it down for you into which S-Corporation owner qualifies, how it works, and what you need to do next right after watching this video to start double dipping into your health insurance deduction as an S-Corporation owner. Ready? Let's go. Hey, welcome to my whiteboard tax strategy. My name is Boris Musheyev. I'm a CPA and a certified tax strategist. Every Tuesday, I release a tax strategy video here on YouTube for you, the business owner. By watching this video, my goal is for you to start paying less in taxes right away. So go ahead, subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, and even comment below. I appreciate you. Now let's get started. Awesome, let's dig into this tax strategy. So I put it down for you in 3 simple steps, right? Who qualifies, how it works, and what to do next. I'm gonna start this video how it works because that's really important, the tax strategy. Then we're gonna talk to you about how to qualify or who qualifies. Really, every S-Corporation owner qualifies. Certain things we have to talk about there, and really what to do next. All right, so let's talk about how it works. First of all, when you are an S-Corporation owner, I want you to understand something, that as an owner of an S-Corporation, because it's a pass-through entity and you are more than 2% owner of that corporation, you do not qualify for any fringe benefits. But health insurance is an exception to the rule. The IRS says, look, if you're going to pay yourself or for your health insurance from your business, you can't take it as a deduction unless you as an owner include it as part of your W-2, meaning to say that your health insurance premiums have to be reported on a W-2. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, look, I've never done it this way, but I'm still taking the health insurance deduction on my business taxes, number 1, it is wrong. And if you do get audited, it will be an add back. Number 2, by doing that, you're missing an additional deduction, which I'm gonna cover right now. So first of all, you need to know that it needs to be reported on a W-2. The reason IRS wants you to report it on a W-2 because any health insurance premiums that you pay for yourself, for your spouse, or your children are also exempt from FICA taxes. Think about that. FICA taxes are the payroll taxes, which is about 15.3%, right? That's the Social Security and Medicare taxes. If you include your health insurance premiums, and I'll give you an example in just a second, and then really what you need to do next, we'll cover that in the video, but if you're paying health insurance, you need to make sure it is reported on your W-2 so you do not pay FICA taxes. Here's a great example. This is actually a real life example of Tracy. She's our tax advisory client. Her reasonable compensation from an S-Corporation is $91,240. Now, in a normal circumstances, she would pay regular income tax on the $91,240, but she would also pay FICA taxes, which is Social Security Medicare. Because we have strategized and included her health insurance premiums that she pays for the year for her and her son, $18,915, we included that part of the W-2 because IRS says exactly that, and that is what you need to do. As a matter of fact, if you look up IRS publication on this, an IRS website, this is exactly the thing that they tell you to do, but unfortunately, not a lot of accountants follow this, okay? So now her salary net of health insurance premiums, right, is $72,325. Now, why is this so important? First of all, you can take a deduction for $18,915. Remember what I said earlier in the video, that if you're already taking health insurance deduction without being on a W-2, first of all, it's going to be an add back, unfortunately, but second of all, you're also missing out on FICA savings. So now, instead of paying Social Security taxes on the entire $91,240, she's paying Social Security Medicare taxes on $72,325. Okay, now, not only is she saving $7,925 by taking a deduction, but she's also saving money, $2,894, simply by including it on her W-2. You follow me on this, right? Because this premium, the amount of the premium, whatever that premium may be for you, is not included as part of W-2 when it comes to FICA taxes, which is that 15.3% tax. really, this is how it works, and that's really the gist of it. This is why you should be including it on a W-2. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about who qualifies for this deduction, because you have to be careful. Majority of S-Corporation business owners actually do qualify for this awesome deduction. There are some things you have to look out for, some rules you might know, and then stay till the end. I will talk about what you need to do next if you have not been doing that so far, and how to do a catch-up, but right after this break. Hey, Boris Musheyev here. Sorry for the quick interruption. 5 seconds, I promise. I want to make sure you get your free PDF, 7 write-offs every S-Corporation business owner must know. The link to this free PDF is in the description below. That's it. Thank you so much. Continue watching. Okay, cool. Now, let's talk about who qualifies and which business owner qualifies for an S-Corporation health insurance premium deduction. Remember what we said earlier, it's a double dip deduction. The reason I personally call it a double dip, because you get an income tax write-off and you also save on the FICA taxes of it. Now, who qualifies? First of all, like I said earlier, as an S-Corporation owner, you cannot receive fringe benefits from your corporation, okay? Because it's an S-Corporation and those are the rules. But if you're a 2% owner, you have an exception to the rule. Okay, you have an exception to the rule when it comes to health insurance deduction. IRS says, look, you can't take the health insurance deduction because it's not a fringe benefit, but if you own more than 2% of your S-Corporation, you can take a deduction. We'll treat it as if you're self-employed. Even if you have employees, doesn't matter. By the way, one important note, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to provide that insurance to your employees, right? So that's totally okay if you just have insurance for yourself. Now, but you got to be more than 2% shareholder, spouse and your children. Oh, I didn't finish my sentence here, but your spouse and your children that are under your health insurance also qualify. So if you pay for the family plan, guess what? Include it as part of your W-2 and get not only an income tax deduction, but also save 15.3%. Remember, in Tracy's case, 15.3% of $18,000, which is what her annual health insurance deduction, saved her $2,894, okay? One thing, the only time you will not be able to qualify for this deduction, okay, and this is super, super important. Some S-Corporation owners have a W-2 job from somewhere else. If that W-2 job offers you a health insurance, and even if you're not taking it, but the fact that they're offering it, you can no longer deduct any health insurance for which you pay out of pocket personally if you got it for you, your family, and so forth. Okay, that is important. Another thing is if your spouse, fix that, if your spouse has a job, a W-2 job that is outside of your business, okay, and that W-2 job offers the health insurance, unfortunately, because they're offering it, even if you don't take it, she chooses not to take it, you can't use this tax strategy. I remember when I first starting out my business, my wife is a teacher by trade, and her job was offering this ridiculously terrible health insurance, and we didn't want it. We bought our own health insurance, but I was not able to deduct it on my taxes because she had a W-2 job that offered it. But even though we didn't want it, but it was a little bit of a disadvantage. Okay, so now that we understand who qualifies and when you can take this deduction, let's really talk about what to do next, and we're gonna come back right after this break. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. Very quickly, if you don't mind, I want to ask for your help. I need your help. I want other business owners just like you that will benefit from a video like this to catch this video. The best thing that you can do for me, please either like the video or even say something in the comments, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm when it sees a lot of engagement to push the video to other business owners just like yourself, or better yet, subscribe to the channel would be much appreciated. Thank you again. Now let's get back to the tax. All right, awesome. Now I want to talk to you about what to do next. Now I've included here the most common scenarios that I face when business owners sign up for a tax advisory session, and I know what has been done in the past, and I took all those common scenarios and I brought it here for you on this YouTube video. Now, the most common scenario, I'm just going to jump to number 2, is do a catch-up. Right now, I'm shooting this video in a month of, I think, June or July, right? We're towards the end of June. We'll probably release it in July. But let's say up until now, you're like, Boris, I had no idea. Some business owners actually had no idea they can take this health insurance deduction. Other business owners were just taking a deduction without including on a W-2. So the question now really becomes, can I catch up? Can I still take advantage for the health insurance premiums that I paid before? Or is it only going forward? The answer is you can do it retroactively. And I'll give you a great example. Let's just go back to a case with Stacy, right? Let's say we're in the middle of the year and her salary is $60,000. And she already paid health insurance premiums of $10,000 for the up until June, for example. Well, guess what? You can call your payroll company, whoever does your payroll, or even if you're doing it by yourself on the software, every payroll software, I can guarantee you, has something that is called 2% owner health insurance. Okay, we personally, for our company, for all of our companies, use Gusto payroll, and we do have a link for you on the bottom if you do need to explore other options. Okay, but other than that, regardless of who you use, there is an option of 2% owner health insurance. Or call your accountant. I hope your accountant really knows this stuff. But the point is that whatever you've missed so far, you can actually do a catch-up. And catch up on what you have missed. If you missed $10,000 of health insurance part of your W-2, it's no problem. It's just a payroll check adjustment. It is not even that complicated. If you're working with your tax accountant, who I hope is hopefully a tax advisor, they should be able to do this, or they should have already told you how to do this. But you can definitely do a catch-up. The next thing is that what I want you to do from going forward is I want you to start including your premiums on your paycheck. Whatever your paycheck frequency is, whether it's once a month, whether it's bi-weekly, bi-monthly, weekly, whatever that is, take your health insurance premiums divided by the payroll frequency for that month and include it. Remember, your salary stays the same. Do not add it on top of your salary, because if you are, and some accountants actually make that mistake, you're basically bypassing the deduction. We want to make sure we include it as part of the salary, okay? That is really, really important. So include the premiums in your paycheck. So at the end of the year, it will show up on your W-2, and you need to make sure that it shows up on a box 1 of your W-2. So remember, box 1 of your W-2 will be higher than box 3 and 5, because 3 and 5, box 3 is Social Security taxable income, which in Tracy's case, excuse me, you know, her box 1 was $91,000, box 3 Social Security taxable income $72,000, and box 5, which is the Medicare taxable income, $72,000. Now, make sure that this does show up on your W-2, and do this per payroll period. Don't wait until the year end, because it may be too late and you would have to add it on top of your salary, which will defeat the whole purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're working with a tax preparer, like I said, and I always say, I guarantee you're overpaying in taxes, because only tax advisors can really help you on these types of strategies, help you strategize and make sure you implement it every year, every month, month to month. Thank you so much for watching. There will be some other resources, additional videos related to this strategy in the resources section below. And hey, stay around, subscribe if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate it. Until the next time.